Hello, everybody. Gerone Wright here once again, and again you're joining me with me on my YouTube channel. Okay, it's actually named my Gerone Wright YouTube channel, and in this video, I'm going to make a very, very compelling case against former President George W. Bush and the possible usages of what the White House is doing in a underlying scenario, which is consistent with that of cult rituals and cult ceremonies, and that involves that with homosexuality, bisexuality, sharing of blood and semen, and genetic contamination of mankind being. Now, I know that you guys probably hearing me saying this, saying, well, Gerone, come on now. I mean, but people, you have to see my other 250 plus videos here first. And then you have to understand further where I'm going to go with this. Because after it's all said and done, when I make the connection and ties, I assure you that you will be believing and be agreeing with me. Okay. I have several images up here. This is of the Blue Room in the Oval Office, or in the White House. You know, I have a problem with this. First and foremost, first of all, let me tell you how I got to this. What led me to this is that I was doing another research, and it was involving where Tina Turner came up. So when I went to Tina Turner, I clicked on her, and all of this came up about the White House, and immediately I was drawn into the characters that are in play here. Mainly because Tina Turner was in the video. I mean, I'm not in the video, but in this picture. And the color of the clothes, I was attracted to that. And just not that, because people, I'm having an instinctive paranormal experience and encounter, which allows for me to understand what is going on here. And I'm going to go, but first, because I'm excited here, to be totally honest with you. That's the reason why I'm all over the place. But this gala, there's a 2005 gala, okay? And let me tell you the players that actually came in. It's a 2000, here, let me first bring up the image, and then I'll come back to the Oval Office and discuss a little bit about that. I'm going to see how fast we can get this to. Okay. Oh, this is a beautiful picture, people. Look at that. Oh, this is beautiful. I love this. This is great. All right. So I was drawn to this image because of George Bush's interaction with Tina Turner, who was a very controversial past, and then the rest of the people here, but mainly because of the abnormal clothing that Tina Turner is wearing. She's wearing like this white gown, an evening gown, okay, and almost looks like green slippers. I mean, it doesn't, to me, she seems displaced from being in this scenario. So then I start looking at the other players. I see this red, and I see everybody else wearing black, and this just makes me just suspicious, because automatically through my paranormal experience and encounter, I'm seeing the indication of semen, and I'm seeing blood. Okay, when I automatically, when I look at this, okay, automatically, and a bridging over black and white, which is indicated by the black and white colors. Okay, and this has always been my thing, people, throughout all of my videos that I have and all of my researches that I'm finding. So I'm drawn to this image. So I said, okay, who are the people that are here? The people that are there, as I call them out, I'm going to say something, because, okay, hold on. Before I said, let me tell you what my mindset was with this. As soon as I seen this, I seen the guys, I seen the women, and I seen the blood. I seen the blood. I seen the semen, and you know what? I said, there's two guys here. I said, this doesn't look right. I said, something is wrong here. And everybody looks displaced and all. I said, automatically, instinctively, people, I said, let me go to the guys, find out who the guys were, and see if they're homosexuals. That was the first thing that came to mind. My first instinctive thought was come to mind was that. So I went to the guys. You got Tony Bennett. There's online rumors and media rumors of Tony Bennett being a homosexual or having some type of bisexual encounters with that of male. So there's gay rumors around Tony Bennett. The other guy figure there is Robert Redford. Again, although he has children, there is rumors swirling around in the media about his bisexuality. Okay, now the other main figure there is the president. This is 2005 Galla, George W. Bush. Well, people, if you Google whether he is homosexual or whatever, George W. Bush been having homosexual rumors swirling around him ever since that he actually engaged in participating and becoming a male cheerleader. So his sexuality was always called into play, basically behind that, because he was a male cheerleader cheering on guys. So there was always gay rumors surrounding around George Bush. So now all of the male figures here, their sexuality has been called into question time and time and time again throughout their history and throughout their careers. All three males. So, okay, I said, all right then. So that's the males. So I said, if this is the case then, how about the females? All right. I went to Susanne Ferrell first, who was there at this 2005 Galla. I couldn't find hardly anything on her. Okay, she seems to have something interesting going on there. I looked as far as I could. You guys might be able to find something else. But I mean, I went to Susanne Ferrell, who was there, and I was scratching the surface. I feel as though there's something there, but I couldn't find it. I feel it. There's something there, but I couldn't find it. She's also was into this ballerina thing when she was world renowned for that or whatever. But I just couldn't scratch the surface. I didn't look hard enough, maybe. There's Julia Harris. I have a hit there. Julia Harris did the 1963 Haunting, and you know, back then, dealing with sexuality with lesbians and or either that with homosexuals or even bisexual, you know, I mean, it would actually take a strong person or a person with strong beliefs and conviction to create a movie back then which actually dealt with being lesbian or dealing in a lesbian relationship with another female. But again, Julia Harris, through that 1963 movie Haunting, the movie is notable for its lesbian character, Theodora. So who this Julia Harris had a triangle affair seemingly with. But it's just, there is a tie with Julia Harris and some type of lesbian encounter. I didn't watch the movie, but I bet you if I watched the movie that I could make a link as well. Because these movies, these actors, their careers are all intermingling with this cult-like scenario, this cauldron-like scenario, where these people are acting in something that they're really involved in. But I'm going to finish here. Who else do we have there? Oh, Tina Turner, the most controversial individual that is there. As I start looking for things about Tina Turner, I see where she actually went on a talk show where they actually took her blood and did a blood test, and I thought that was very unusual. And turns out that she's only 1% of with blood of Native American. Everything else is something else. You know what I mean? That of being Indian and something, I don't know. But anyway, that was unusual for me to digest that. She went on a radio or some type of talk show where the host actually had her blood test done on her, and she only had 1% of that of Native American. So I found that to be crazy. So if you Google that, you can look in on that. But again, Tina Turner has gay rumors swirling around her as well, and one of them being that with they said is with Oprah, having a some type of relationship with Oprah. Now this is online. This is not nothing that I'm making up. And we all know that there's a lot of gay things going on, talk about with Oprah. That's already online. Whether it's true or not, I mean, nobody knows, because nobody has actually been in the bedroom with them. It's just rumored. Okay? So therefore, we have Tina Turner. If you Google rumors of being a lesbian or having a lesbian affairs, again, everybody that is up here, I have confirmed that there is some type of rumor or rumors swirling around their careers about being bisexual, except for Susanne Ferrell, who I have not confirmed, but I bet you if you looked, then it would be there. I'm almost 100% certain. You know what I mean? But I'm not for certain, but I'm almost 100% for certain. All right, we'll go that route. But now, in another image, we got to bring Barbara Bush into there because Barbara Bush is not there. Where we at here? Oh, that's the Oval. We're going to talk about that in a minute. Let me go back. Oh, there you go. Now we got Barbara Bush in this picture. All right. Another beautiful picture here at the White House. Okay. Barbara Bush. You know, the problem that I have with this is that I Googled Barbara Bush, not knowing what to expect or what to find on any rumors that might be swirling around her with being lesbian or having some type of lesbian affair. And lo and behold, she as well has a history of rumors swirling around her of some type of bisexuality, dealing with that of lesbians. So all of the players up here, everybody up here, have this attaching rumors scenario of them being bisexual. And again, look at how everybody up here, I mean, it just seems to me that I just don't, it just seems crazy, to be totally honest with you. But look at the dress coordination of what is going on here. Now, it's always been my position that there is something going on in the cult-like scenario where there is an exchange of DNA and blood. And the stories can be told in the clothing that is worn. And I mean, when you take these scenarios and you look at the blood, the semen, and then you see this Susanne Summers, I guess this would be Susanne Ferrell, not Summers, I'm sorry, people, person. And I don't know, in fact, I don't know which one is Susan, to be totally honest. So forgive me, people, I'm not going to name here because I might be having the names crossed and I don't want to get myself in trouble here. So, but this person here, the thing about this is that her clothing is reminiscent of the cross between male and female, because it has the vest, like, look, I'm vested in the male jeans as well as everybody that's in this picture. So the overall picture of this is that everybody's been cross-contaminated here in one way or another with each other, and they're discussing or through their clothing what genes that they are therefore contaminated with, are therefore carrying. Now, I want to go into something else here, because wherever this is taking place, I want to go to to something else here. Let me pull this image up while I have it over here while I'm on this side. Wherever there is the discussion or something going on about this, I'm making a cross out of my pen. Well, there's a cross reference. This is a cross reference. Now check this out. George W. Bush in the middle, and on his side, 3 people's on the side, okay? And he's cross referenced in the middle. So, wherever this reference is made, that cross, where I'm telling you there's a cross reference of these genetics, and there's a reference of that, there's always something relating to that of the Vatican, a Pope, kingship, queenships. All of this always comes into play. So that means that on this side, one of these figures would have had to be crossed, contaminated, or dealt with, in a sense, with a papal figure, which means the Vatican, Rome. And then on this side, these figures, and I have not checked up, but this side is verified, but this side is not verified over here, would have to be on the kingship and the queenship side. So if you Google these figures, one of these 3 players would have a cross contamination or tie to that of kingship or queenship. By the way, Tina Turner gave up her U.S. citizenship, and she's no longer a U.S. citizen, and you can Google that as well too. But I'm not going to go into all of that right now, but I just want to bring that to you for those that become interested and drawn into this story. So now, on this side, the closest to, so you know what, to be totally honest with you, it must be Tina Turner, because on this side, right to the immediate side over here, Barbara Bush has that tie to the Vatican. So I'm assuming she's carrying the blood of the Vatican, and here must be the semen of the royalty, and George Bush is crossed in the middle, because I'm going to show you something about this here. Barbara Bush has been to the Vatican. Hold on, let me get a better picture. Hold on. Has been to the Vatican. Oh gosh. Let me hold this up. You see this picture here? Look at that Pope there, by the way, people. Is he not a perverted or sinister looking character? He's looking like, look what I have here. Some fresh blood, some fresh semen to give away. Look at his face. And we come over here. Now I'm going to show you something. You see the Pope there. I'm going to go to a larger image. Now, look at this image here. And the Pope is over here. He's cut out on a larger image, but you can see his face right there. There's Barbara Bush. Look at her hand. Look at this young lady's hand. And then look at the male figure hand with the red in there, symbolizing blood and semen. Look at this. I'm going to go right on across, and then you have the Pope. People, what are these rituals? Look at this. Look. So look at my other videos to understand basically what is happening. I'm going to bring up the smaller image so you can get the Pope in there again. It's my position that the Vatican is the main cross-referencing center for the genetics of mankind and animal kind's being. And that's why that Pope has that look on his face, looking like he has had a toxic cocktail. And you can Google most images of popes, and they look this way at the end of their, or middle and after in their reign of being the Pope, you notice how they get these dark spots underneath their eyes, the skin starts to fade, the mouth dry. They look like they done been overloaded with too much semen and blood, as this Pope does here. This is what this is all about. You see them? You see the innuendos there in the hands? Blood and semen, the reference of blood and semen, the red and white. Well, people, this is what this is stating. That there was something going on with these people. Now, you have an entire room full of people, except Susanne Ferrell, that I have linked through my paranormal, instinctive paranormal sense of being and awareness to homosexuality. Hold on, let me get this right. Okay, to homosexuality and to religion. And by the way, I'm the first person you ever heard the cross-referencing of mankind and animal kind's being. Other than that, it's just a given. No one knows what the cross means. I'm telling you that it means the cross-referencing of mankind and animal kind genetic being. And these scenarios present a record of a cross-contamination where high-profile figures engage themselves in acts of homosexuality, bisexuality, to further a process of contamination of mankind's genes. And I'm telling you that this man is guilty as charged. Now, I'm going to take you to an image of the Oval Office. Now there's a picture of the Oval Office. First of all, this is the blue room and it's in an oval shape. You guys, I let you guys be saying that the Pisces vesicle, this, that, and the third. I see a blue egg. Okay? To me, that blue egg, that blue room represents the true origins of mankind's being, and that is from the egg of the ocean, representing that we evolved from the oceanic waters of our world. All right. Now, adjacent to all of these rooms are other colored rooms. Now check this out. Okay, hold on. I know we have the green room, we have the yellow oval room, we have the blue. Hold on, let me see. Reception below it. Blue room is the oval room. Is one of 3 oval rooms in the White House. Let me see. So you have a blue room, a green room, a yellow room, and you have a red room. You have a blue room, a green room, a yellow room, and a red room. People, think about that. Now, I want to go back to these images. Think about that for a minute. Hold that thought. Now, they have their banners on, or that their awards. Now, it seems to me that there's red, there's yellow, there's blue, and I even see a tinge of green there. So it appears to me, I might be seeing something wrong. Maybe the green, I'm getting blurred here, but I look like I see a tinge of green. But what is this banner doing, including the colors of not just the room that they're in. This is the last room that they're in, the blue. So what is these banners doing, including all of the colors of the rooms for which the White House stands, the Oval Offices in the White House? Different levels of genetic bridging over a period of time. Different acts of homosexual and lesbian acts and genetic manipulation and bridging. And in fact, I don't look like I see the green in there. I know my green is the reptilian. It may or may not be, people. There may be something there. You guys be the judge of that. I'm going to leave that open. But look at this, people. So, you have a room full of swingers that goes both ways. A room full of swingers that goes both ways. So what do you think is being suggested in this message? Now, check this out. In cult rituals that involved what everything that I just said, the engagement of homosexual acts, bisexual acts, and references of the cross, religion. This is all included in there, people, and these called like rituals. These called like rituals, and the implications of blood and semen and black and white, because that is what we're bridged over, and it always has to be a part black player anyway, because she's only 1% American. So I mean, I'm Native American. So I guess there is an African origins there, but it's always in these genetic bridgings a black player or an African player. In her case, African and Native, which is also in that as well too. So I mean, people, all of the chemistries for the scenario that I present is here. A swinger party at the White House, which involved cult-like rituals that where these players would exchange bodily fluids, blood, semen, through acts of homosexuality, bisexuality, and then boast about it, because this is the record, this is the message sent out to the rest of the world. And always where these acts happen, or something along similar happen, there's always recorded moments to verify that a pope is involved. Always. They can always be tied to these cult rituals. As you see with Barbara Bush here with it. And again, the color codes. Look at that right there. You see, in all of the Renaissance artworks, you will see a passing of something red or something white, which is always implying blood and semen. You see the hands? Barbara Bush being right there at the side of the Pope. Now she's here at the side of the President. Well, my name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Gerone Wright YouTube channel. And I'm second guessing myself here on the green being shown. And it looks like I see the green there, but it might be something blurred on my screen here. But my position is that, and in fact, all of them may not have it on. Just maybe Tina Turner might have the green actually in there. I'm not for certain here. You guys be the judge of that. But it's just amazing that you have these unusual circumstances where everybody in here, except for Susanne Ferrell, I have linked to rumors of being bisexual, homosexual, or a lesbian. This is unusual, people. Don't you think? And then through my paranormal experience and encounter, I'm bringing you this video. And let me leave you with the last thing of George Bush blowing on his trumpet, cheerleading as a female would. He was a cheerleader, a male cheerleader. And I know that if you probably look into it a whole lot more, there's probably more rumors about him with homosexuality, because wherever this connection is made, these people have to engage in those sort of acts, homosexual acts, to further the process of altering themselves from their origins, their ape and their African origins. Okay? And there's always a sacrifice. They use their bodies as sacrificial vessels. There's always an indication of an offspring of African, always is there. And these cult-like rituals, these cauldrons, these genetic changes, and these genetic manipulations. It's my position that the Oval Office on 2005, that ceremony was a cult ceremony that symbolized what George Bush did to himself and others. This is why these people have levels of power that they have. This is the reason why they seem suspicious. You just can't put your finger on it, or you don't know what's going on until I come along and make a video like this, and then all of the connections flow from that. You'll say, wow, I was wondering what the hell Tina Turner was doing there in that raggedy tag evening gown. It just didn't look right to me or feel right to me. Or I was wondering why these guys that I knew was homosexuals were doing. I mean, it just didn't make sense to me with them being there. It just didn't make sense. This is bizarre and unusual. Look at this image, people. And then here I come along. My name is Gerone Wright. I'm going to end this video there. I didn't even realize that I was going to make it today. Or even have this video up. How many minutes am I into this? Just a few here. 32. I'm going to end this video there and make it a short video. But it's my position on this day, 2005, where all of these people were involved here. It's my position that something occurred, a genetic change, a genetic altering, where there's a contamination. If you guys look further into the history of these people that I just named, into this gala, okay, the reason and the rationale behind this gala, I'm sure that you will agree with me. If you don't, I mean, you can Google. I mean, I'm open here. You can message, let people know what you think about the video. That's what this is all about. This is an open forum. You guys can discuss it, but I'll just know that it's uncanny and unprecedented for a person to put together 206, almost 60 videos, and it's dealing with bloodletting, cult rituals, homosexuality, lesbianism, the color and clothing, the connections that people have, and then bring it to an Oval Office in a Capitol building, and then actually put a spin on the Oval Office in the sense that you're dealing in an Oval Office in an egg where there's change. Changing the genetics of the origins of mankind. The Oval Office representation of an egg. And these people, like a movie I'm playing out inside, in a movie, playing inside of an egg. Look at this, people. An Oval Office, an egg. These players playing, it's almost like a motion picture. And they're saying that we're inside of this egg and we're changing the genes and altering the genetics of mankind. And this is how it's unfolding thanks to everybody here that is contributing DNA or genetically to that change. Now, there's something else about this before I close this video up, because you know what? Other galas and other meetings that took place that are recorded prior to this, at certain continuums or certain times, I have the similar message. So it's a systematic, a sequential order of change, genetic change that is on record. And all you have to do is go back each time and look at the players that participated. My name is Gerone Wright. I'm ending this video here. Thank you for viewing.